Hi, hello, it's Nikki and welcome to my messy bookshelf. Today I am here with a very large pile of books in front of me. So Nonfiction November is quickly approaching. We are just a few days away and I'm very excited. I am almost as excited about this as I was about Victober. So I have pulled some nonfiction books off of my shelves and we will see what I get through. I am not intending to read nothing but nonfiction this month, but I am intending to focus on nonfiction this month. So I will not promise to read nothing but nonfiction because I think that for me might be impossible, but we will focus on it. My nonfiction shelf has the most unread books on it, so I am very excited to hopefully get through some of these, and I will absolutely not make it through all of these, but these are some that have been calling to me from my shelf for a while. So some of them are new, but some of them have been calling to me for a while. And yeah, let's just get right into it because there's quite a few here. So let's just get the nautical themed ones out of the way because we know if you've watched my channel that I do have a little love for maritime history and shipwrecks and, you know, mayhem on the high seas. So the first one I have here is one of my newer ones, and this is Left for Dead by Eric J. Dolan. And this is the story of a ship on the high seas, piracy, mayhem, murder, and a shipwreck. So sounds like it's right up my alley, and it is not taking place in Antarctica, I don't think. So we're already branching out here. But that is the first nautical themed one. So I'll just get them all out of the way. I think I have 3 of them. The next one is a short history of seafaring, and this is by Brian Lavery. And this is a history of seafaring from ancient Greece and traders in ancient Greece to current times and piracy on the high seas, because yes, it still does happen. So that's been on my shelf for quite some time. The next one is Empire of Ice and Stone by Buddy Levy, and this is the story of, I think, the Karluk. So this takes place in the Arctic and not the Antarctic. So look at us. We are branching out because I have read several that took place in the Antarctic. So this is new for me. I haven't read anything taking place in the Arctic. And that's it. Those are the only nautical themed ones. So you won't hear me talking only about nautical themed books. The next one is also one of the newer ones on my shelf, and that is Salt. And this is by Mark Kurlansky. And this, exactly what it sounds like, a history of salt and how it was traded and different types of salt and where you can find it in the world, or so I believe. That's what this is about. But it sounded very interesting. I heard someone talking about this and it sounded fascinating because I love the Silk Roads, so that kind of sounds like in a similar vein. And then this one, a newer one as well. This is The Man Who Loved Books Too Much by Allison Hoover Bartlett. And I believe this is about a book thief who steals priceless manuscripts just for the love of books. So it sounds very interesting, and I think we can all relate to, you know, a person who wants to keep these famous manuscripts because they love books that much. So it sounds interesting, and it is also about the detective who made it their life's mission to catch said thief. So I don't know anything more than that. The next one is also one that's been on my shelf for a while, and this one is What Einstein Told His Cook, and this is by Robert Wolke. And this one is about the chemistry behind cooking and why certain foods react to heat in a certain way, or when mixed with other ingredients, why those ingredients do what they do. So sounded fascinating and something that I have not read before. And this is also one that's been on my shelf for a little bit, and this is The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs by Steve Brusate. Hasn't been on my shelf for very, very long. I think I bought it this year, but longer than the first couple that I mentioned. Yep, this one is about the rise and fall of the dinosaurs, so it sounds like it might be very interesting. And the next one, okay, maybe this is not really nonfiction, but it is. This is a fun one. This is a book by Graham Hancock. So he writes a lot of those super off-the-wall conspiracy theory books. And I read one of them many years ago, and it was a lot of fun. So this is Fingerprints of the Gods, The Evidence of Earth's Lost Civilization. So sometimes these can be kind of fun to read. So I have not read anything else by him, but I was watching a documentary on Netflix the other day, and yeah, it was with him. And I was like, oh, I have one of his books on my shelf that I haven't read yet, so I decided to pull it down. And then the next one, we only have 4 more to go. The next one is The Art Thief by Michael Finkel, or Finkel, the sticker is covering it. And this, similar to The Man Who Loved Books Too Much, this is about a famous art heist and someone who stole famous paintings to keep them because he loved art. Or so it says on the back. Yep, never sold a piece, just displayed his stolen art in his attic bedroom. So we shall see what this is about. Sounds fascinating. The next one is The Lost City of Z by David Grann, and if it's anything like The Wager by the same author, I think that I will enjoy it very much. So this is about an expedition to the Amazon. So his writing was excellent in The Wager. It was very gripping and suspenseful and page-turning. So hopefully we have that in this as well, because this is not usually my cup of tea. So and then the next one is How to Read Literature Like a Professor by Thomas C. Foster. So trying to get some knowledge on how to read literature a little bit more deeply. So we will see if this is one that I pick up. This one honestly sounds kind of like it might be one of the more boring out of them. So we will see if I get to this one. I do want to develop a more deep relationship with literature, but I have some pretty fascinating sounding books in my stack here, so I don't know. We will see. We will give it a shot and see what I think of it. And then finally, the last one, and I guess I lied. There is one more nautical themed one. This one is Over the Edge of the World, and this is about Magellan circumnavigating the globe for the first time. So right up my alley. It sounds fascinating, and I am looking forward to this one. This one has been on my shelf for quite some time, and I am excited to finally pick it up and give it a try. But yes, these, and there are more unread nonfiction books on my shelf, but these are the ones that sounded the most interesting to me right now, and I will give each one of these a shot and see which ones stick. So I thank you so much, and I am curious to see what everyone else is reading for Nonfiction November. Hopefully, you can give me some recommendations as well. And I thank you if you've stayed to the end of this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.